Gila seksi banget. Kostum. Si tukang.
I'm not surprised to find you creeping down here.
You don't belong down here.
We run a clean dock in Jorvik. I believe those were your words. And yet here I find you swimming in silver from all the wares you seized.
Bercuriga.
Shit.
Wah, mati semua. Gila. Ya Allah.
Lust for indulgence.
Anjir,
Your
jembat.
foolish pride.
Wah, dark banget anjir. Udahlah guys, gue mau konten dulu guys. Udah gue nggak ngonten seminggu nih gara-gara ngurusin video. Oke, lanjut nih guys. Aduh, gue turunnya jadi ngasal. Yang penting kita kesini. Gue blok kok udah.
This place is heavily guarded.
Diem aja. Udah, jangan berikutan. How about we lewat atas?
The depot is well guarded by the Red Hand. The Order has a stake in these docks.
Oke, nggak masalah. Nggak bisa, kita lewat atasnya guys.
Someone else.
Tidur anjing.
The needle is no sting for far less than this.
Pas. Nice. Dapat darinya. Wow, habis sana. Ini kan red kan. Bisa gue ganti baju gue juga di upgrade. Udah dapet satu yang update tapi emas gitu, bukan yang silver. Mungkin gara-gara levelnya udah mulai ke arah 200 jadi cuma kalau masalah questnya itu masih 190-an guys. Terus di 24 what they're looking for. Okay, this
Seized exotic wares. These are worth plenty. Something that could be on the Red Hand's agenda. Accumulating wealth.
Okay.
The sting of a needle. I'm on his trail. So the dogmaster seizes cargo and resells it through merchants in the marketplace. The ones involved bear black cloths. I may be able to get their attention by showing some silver around the marketplace. Coppergate Market. I'll flash some silver to the merchants. That should get their attention.
Sorry. Ngebak. Belum kena. Kudaku.
Key. Where to?
Ada apa?
We will go one by one, and if any of these peddlers gives you a hard time.
Sorry. Nggak apa-apa, ngobrol aja. Gimana? Gopur kalau itu kenapa? Oh gitu. Oh maksudnya nggak nyala gitu ya, kayak abu-abu gitu ya, ya terus? Nggak tahu offline. Ngomong enak, lu minta iPhone 12, minta Ria.
I hear this marketplace sees its...
You will want to speak to Grigorii.
The dogmaster.
Sorry, who are you?
Someone who wants to do business with Grigorii.
I don't know your face, and I've said too much already. Please,
Grigorii
go.
siapa yang pertama kita datang kali, guys? Oh,
Did
bocah.
I hear you talking about silver?
Yes,
I'm looking to
bocah.
spend a large sum, not fork it over to some street beggar.
Oi! I'm no beggar, you dolt. I'm
Si
with the
kecil
big
udah salah
dogs.
ngomong deh.
You mean the
Oke.
needle?
You have something he wants. If you truly want to make a trade, head to the statue near the east gate.
Oke.
I shall. Watch yourself around here, young one.
Oh, me? Ha! Please. I've a bigger sword than the lot of them.
Udah jago dia. His hideout is near a statue is of the market. Gila kan dah. Kalau pagi-pagi ntar coba dibangunin dah. Terus itu ngamuk anjing. Sekarang tuh gila. Parah banget.
Empty
Bapak
carts,
ibunya
a
lihat
black
mulia
cloth
diledekin.
marking the house. This is the place.
Oh, ini kuncinya buat ini, guys.
Hiding among the rat's needle. Fitting.
Mungkin. Goblok. Turun. Weh, ada tangga turun ke dinding. Aduh, dia turun lagi si bego. Obor. Oke. Tak terlalu gelap ternyata. Ini. Wah, kolam. Sorry guys, film. Terus penang.
The gods here are vigilant. The sound of metal. A workshop in the sewers. What is the needle's operation? All this silverware. Some still in their crates. Has this all been seized as well? They're melting the silver into bars and coins.
Panah-panahinnya lah guys.
What do they plan on doing with it?
Mati. Oh, mati. Wah, ketahuan ternyata. Oh, makanya jangan suka menyiksa orang, Bang. Orang jagoan. Oke. Saya tahu juga sebelum ekor datang. Barang. Explore this viewer. Testa, miekta. Sorry. Ini ada si The Needle. Gila seksi banget. Ada kostum. Si tukang.
I'm not surprised to find you creeping down here.
You don't belong down here.
We run a clean dock in Jorvik. I believe those were your words. And yet here I find you swimming in silver from all the wares you seized.
Gue udah curiga. Pasti ada sesuatu nih sama dia pas pertama-tama kita ketemu.
Are you the
Grigorii
Needle,
ini.
or just another of his pawns?
You have it all wrong. The fabric of this world has been used up, torn, shredded, you see. Someone must be there to stitch it back together. Someone with a firm yet steady hand who can thread the needle. Someone like me.
You're a shit poet, but at least my question is answered.
Yes, well, we
Nah,
all have our
anjing doi.
weaknesses. Yours appears to be
gitu
the
aja.
iron between us.
Kayak orang Indonesia yang di sebelah
Think your men are going to stop me?
I would not undermine them so. The Red Hand are loyal to our cause, which is more than I can say for the merchants. Make it quick. Meet me in the marketplace when you are done.
Oke, gak ada apa-apanya sama mereka. Waduh. Oh. Goblok nolong.
Out! Damn you!
Aduh, dogong, sian. Lah merah kerawang mati kayaknya. Iya, tegal kayak juga ya.
That damned backrot slipped through my fingers. I'll finish this in Coppergate Market.
Coppergate Market, ketemu kagak? Woi bang, gua kira si Grigorii lo. Oke, kita lihat order dulu coba guys. Order. The oil, soak up the oil. Oh, ini Grigorii. Kok yang lain namanya ada de tapi enggak juga sih, ada juga. Grigorii. Oke lah. The needle. Oh, ini the needle. Itu ada namanya Grigorii, namanya the needle. Please, I can explain, mercy. Oh, itu dia suara Grigorii itu.
Come, walk with me. It is good to
Oh, si
walk.
gendut tuh yang ngasih tahu kita tadi. Nggak ngasih tahu sih sebenernya.
Good to take in the air. The sights, the sounds, the smells.
Aduh, Grigorii ente
Grigorii,
mati bang.
I didn't think you'd mind. It was just a few coins.
Oh, ini pelit nih
I
ceritanya.
understand. It's not your fault. It was mine for thinking you had anything but empty air between your ears.
With all the silver I've given you, I have nothing left to feed my children, let alone
Semua
myself.
dikasih sampai
Please
nggak bisa makan
understand.
lagi. Kasian banget.
Oh dear God.
Merchants of Jorvik, I promised you a future rife with opportunity. And what was the one thing I asked in return?
Apa? Duit?
Do you remember?
Apa Grigorii?
Loyalty.
Loyalty!
Anjrit nih orang, nggak ada
Let this
akhlak.
serve as a lesson. Should any of you think it a good idea to threaten my operation?
Attack on sight here.
I'm thinking you do as you're told.
Salah ambil orang. Sorry. Salah kill. Ya elah gini doang. Awas. Bang, tunggu bang. Lagi pengen anak buahnya Grigorii dulu. Ambu. Satu batu Grigorii. Aduh, kepala lu hilang kan. Oke guys, sudah. Kita dibantu siapa? Namun pasukan biru Raven kan? Langsung aja diganti. Mati Grigorii.
It's funny. As a child, I thought of snow as the tears of God, frozen by our sins. Weak with hunger, I stared into the sky, hoping it was me he went for. Me he sought to save. But God did not save me. The vault did. He took me to a fine house, gave me hearty meals, a warm bed. For the first time, someone extended a hand, showed me kindness, compassion. And it was then that I made a vow. I vowed to never turn my back on he who was there for me when God was not.
So you served the Vault, knowing full well what he was a part of.
The Order made our paths intersect. I owed them a debt, and I repaid it by saving this city from its own destruction.
A life debt is a strong motivator. It took hold of this one's Hugad, drove it, and never let go.
Yet not with the same compassion you were shown. Too many have suffered by your hand in pursuit of this cause.
You're right. Perhaps I deserve this death. But I am but one cog in a large wheel. One that still turns unhindered.
Not for long. Where you have gone, tears waiting for you.
Anjir. Jadi es terus habis. Keren. Ada lagi? Oh, gila kejam kali. Closing the vault. Return to Liupina. Oke, burning the firebrand. Ya udah, kita balik dulu guys. Ke Liupina. Ini mati. Oke, escape dikit. Ini the velum, the device, the vault. Oh ini device nih. Bayangannya kayak udah ada siapa. Kira aja. The vault kayak mbah gambar dimensi. Itu yang penasihatnya yang ada di penasihat raja. Oh ya guys. Wah, naik 4 nih. Naikin apa ya? Light damage ada ini apa? Stun boleh. Nih, range damage, light bow, range damage. Ini critical damage juga boleh lah. Terus melee, nih, heavy resistance. No, strength damage. Nih, critical hit, ini gak crit nih. Bener-bener semua crit, gede banget. Oke. Udah diambil semua persembahan dulu ya. Sama Liupina dulu. Mantap dulu. Oh, masih di dalam si Liupina. Ente udah memerhatikan The Needle sudah mokat.
I have knocked 2 names off the list. The firebrand and the needle.
Well done.
Who are they? The firebrand was Jorvik's abbess. She sought to destroy all Christian texts in the city, rid Jorvik of their ideals. And the needle was Jorvik's stockmaster. He was gathering silver and minting it for the vault.
Guards. Does the orders reach no bounds?
None. And it is often those we least expect who carry out their ambitions.
I heard what happened at the minster and the markets. The dockmaster, the abbess, both killed. Was that you?
They were 2 of the names in the letter. Only one remains. The vault.
This is getting out of hand. I hope you have the final name.
I'm working on that. I found this on the needle.
The council seal?
And the abbess uttered something that perked my ear as well. One of the 4 is ours.
4? But there are only 3 targets in Jorvik.
I must return and prepare for the Yuletide feast. But I will do so with a bent ear and a keen eye. Be safe.
Ada kan 3 the needle. Berarti the needle itu ya, the needle, the vault. Apa the needle itu
A valuable seal. And a riddle. One of the 4 is ours. One of the 4. Risje, Faravid, Audun, and
Hjor.
The 4 members of the council.
We should search their offices now, while they're occupied with the Yuletide feast.
Yes. Come, to the archives.
Dia bilang Hjor sendiri malah itu suaminya.
Could I have missed something?
We will find out soon enough.
Asken on
Apanya anjing? Riannya nggak ada jerawat deh.
Similar to scratch marks on the floor.
Kalau lo nonton konten ini, lo salam dari
Yours
Rania.
desk used to be against the other wall.
Iya.
So why the change?
Oh, dipinggirin. Tadi yang di dalam sini sih siapa? Audun.
A hidden entrance. Where does this lead?
Guard the door.
Door si Liupina malah mati
That is where
nanti.
the councilman confer.
This desk looks as though it's been moved here.
Dihancurin kali ya.
It is loaded with silver. A wax seal, similar to the one I found in the sewers.
The seal you took from Anita's hand. You don't think someone could have stolen it?
Let's keep searching. There was wine here. Whoever moved it did so in a hurry.
Wine.
A load of wine was removed from here, and the room smells of almonds. It may be the wine was poisoned.
It is likely the wine for the Yuletide feast. Do you think one of the council means to kill someone?
Looks that way.
Rajanya tuh masuk council
It
ya?
is not him, not Major. He would never do this.
Keep your focus. Once we have all the facts, then we can worry about Jor. Right now we need to get to the Yuletide feast. The people are in danger.
You're
Bisa
right.
jadi kayak
The Roman amphitheater. Let us go.
anti klimaks dan klimaks sekaligus. Terus di Yuletide Feast, oke kita cari di Yuletide Feast. Udah, nih, Yupin aja, setuju Yupin. Dong. Oke, speak dulu Yupin, ketinggalan, ngobrol dulu. Yupin.
Do you see the wine?
No,
Wine.
Then there's still time.
the entire council is here. Any one of them could be the vault.
I need you to keep an eye out for the wine. I'll speak to each of the council members, see if I can trap them in a lie.
Even your?
Even Jor. If he is the vault, I'll not allow him to kill all these people. Juvena.
I heard you. Just grant me one thing. Confer with me before you make your move.
I will.
Well, Yupin. Speak with Yupin, the suspect are part of your
Now,
council.
to speak to the council members.
Oke, kita
I'll
ngomong
speak of the wine.
dulu.
Faravit, a word if I may.
Ah,
Nah,
Drenker.
ini direwokan ya?
If it's to join arms with me, the answer is yes. We can use someone like you against the Picts.
I may be courted, but I am selective with whom I join. Are you a drinker?
Ha! If that is a challenge, I am up for it.
Very well. I'll return with some wine.
Minum
Wine?
kita, wine.
Come now, we will do this over ale.
Ale?
That will give us a good measure of who can better fight its lure.
I'll speak of the wine and watch for their reactions. That may lead me to the vault.
Dia rada berewokan gitu ya. Jenggotnya panjang, rambutnya disisir ke belakang. Coba kita lihat siluetnya. Bukan, siluetnya tuh rambutnya kayak kesini, terus di atasnya juga ada ini, di sini ada apa cincinnya. Enggak, siluetnya sih nggak sama kalau emang siluetnya bener ya. Coba.
What a delightful feast!
Nah,
Audun,
ini Audun
seems
nih
you have
dari
found the funds to go
SMA.
ahead with the feast after all. You must be elated.
That is putting it lightly.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Tuh, jenggotan, rambutnya kayak
for a better
apa?
turnout.
Kayak rambut cewek
Soon the
gitu.
feast will begin.
Ada cincin
These
bulatnya buat
people
ngikat.
will be given everything they deserve.
We should honor you. I'll fetch us some wine.
No, I mustn't indulge. The wine is for the people of Jorvik. But when it arrives, do help yourself.
Halfdan has outdone himself. He has indeed.
Iya kan, gendut, cincinnya ini. Coba kita lihat lagi guys motifnya guys. Tuh, iya bener kan Do, ini ininya emas kan. Tuh, trade dia banget nih. Coba konsol lagi.
Sure.
Here.
Who was that?
There you
Tapi
are.
bukan Hior.
I was beginning to worry.
Cincinnya nggak sama.
Worry not. We have tracked the vault here. He's someone on the council.
Wait
You
for
are
lo.
certain.
I am. Once I discover who, I will dig my blade into his heart and end this for good. Until then, it's important that I investigate without raising suspicion. I need your help.
Of course. What do you need me to do?
Drink yourself into a drunken fit.
What? Why?
I need a distraction. Keep their eyes off of me. The wine should arrive soon. Drink 3 full cups, then make a scene.
I can't be seen doing that. You'll have to find another way.
Politiknya jadi
Just
jelek
do it.
nanti.
I'll have the silver
Tolong.
ready in the contents.
Nah, salah satunya adalah ini sokap ya.
Eivor, have you uncovered who the
Yuvina.
vault is?
Not yet. Rishia,
Racia.
Come to join the feast, have you?
I have some bad news. The wine for the feast has spoiled.
Of course it has. Why would I expect differently? I'll have my men dump it. There may be more wine in my private stores. I'll send a man to retrieve it. Is there anything else?
That is all. Enjoy the feast.
I shall try.
Oke. Kita tuduh aja sih
We need to
Audun,
find
guys.
the vault.
Karena
Have you any
siluetnya
idea who it
sama,
is?
gendut, kainnya ada cincinnya.
I believe I have. Each of the
rambutnya
council members has given me
ngombak
reason
gitu
to
kayak
suspect them.
cewek.
Some more than others.
Who is it you suspect?
Audun was the
Audun.
one pushing for the feast from the start. He planned it, which means he would have had access to the wine.
Mungkin ya, kalau nggak
And he
salah
was
ya.
helping Abbess
Harusnya sih jangan
Ingeborg
salah.
collect Christian texts. She turned out to be the firebrand.
Yes.
Yes, you're right.
And the
wine?
Of all the councilmen, he knew the wine had not yet arrived. When I offered some, he flat out refused, insisting it be saved for the guests.
Tuh kan. Bukan buat
For
dia,
these
tapi buat
reasons,
orang.
I
Orang
think
udah pada
Audun
mabok,
is
nanti
the vault.
dibunuh-bunuhin gitu mungkin ya.
Brothers, sisters, dear friends, welcome all. Before we begin, I would like to introduce our honored guests. Here with me are some of Jorvik's most revered lords, men and women who have kept Jorvik trudging through these harsh times. I am pleased to say that today, on the day we honor you, we honor
Nah, ini
as
habis diminum
well
pada mati semua nih,
nobles
Jan.
to whom we are all so
The wine.
indebted.
Audun is the vault.
Too late for them. We must not miss our chance.
Join
pasti
me
mati
now
dia,
in
udah
celebrating
diracunin.
their successes and yours. To everything you deserve
Jangan
and
diminum,
to
jangan diminum.
more.
Wah, diminum semua
Shit.
anjing. Wah,
And
mati
now,
semua.
Deafened
Gila.
and
Ya
blinded by
Allah.
lust for indulgence.
Anjir,
Your
kejem banget.
foolish pride.
Wah, dark banget
I
anjir.
will tell you just what nobility is. A death sentence.
Wah, si Risi
The
dia
new
sampai mati nih
world
kesian
of
Raja.
order
Melotot
is upon
aja.
us. A pity none of you will live to see it.
Mati lo
Get the
gendut.
councilmen to safety. I will handle Audun. Go.
Go. Audun, Mokat kan. Misi guys.
No escape, no future for people.
Anjing, kagak mau.
Now you running.
Dah. Lari si anjing. Ngapain tuh?
Too hot.
Wah, gila nih Eko. Goblok, panah goblok. Sorry. Goblok gua. Audun, samurnya jelek tuh. Nanti nggak bisa kena lagi. Kena lo. Sorry. Aduh, kepala hilang. Mampus lo. Doang kan anjing, gak ada rasanya lo. Aduh, jadi kuat. Guys, di panah doang si gendut ternyata guys. Wah anjing, tahtanya Odin serem banget.
What did you hope to gain with all this?
Apa emang mau apa
What
ini?
riches are worth so much misery and the deaths of honorable men and women?
Only a feeble mind would call them honorable. They are privileged, sedentary,
Woi, keluar dari kamar gua berdua
They
lo.
wasted their
Kena ini nih
resources.
nanti nih. Iya, keluar
I
berdua lo.
secured our power through wealth. I contributed to the future of a glorious order.
Telanjang si gendut.
On the backs of honest people, merchants and priests and nobles alike.
A4, you are wrong. Held back by your primitive cosmology.
Anjir, primitif sambil ngadep Odin.
9
Kita diketir
worlds
loh.
in the tree? No. 9 times 9,000 worlds. And as many suns.
Oh.
9
Pahamnya
nights I hung in the tree, sacrificing myself to myself. So does the wise one seek wisdom.
Anjir.
Countless spheres awaiting our gift, our enlightenment.
I live in one world only. You live in none.
Anjir, punya gaya lo. Udah cantik sih. Stick bakar. Masih hidup kan?
Pure, Lufin. Where did they go?
Eivor, over here.
Are you all right? We're fine. Faravid and his cars escorted King Rishi back to the royal hall. Everyone is safe.
Let's regroup there.
Audun, that sniveling little shit.
Kasar.
Conspiring right under our
Loh.
I don't care. I want answers.
Oh enggak.
Calm, Lord Rishi. Audun is dead.
That doesn't calm me. I wanted to rip the bastard's spine out myself. You want to calm me? Start talking.
Audun aligned himself to a secret group that was plotting to overtake Jorvik.
He had help from two others, Grigorii the Dockmaster and Ingeborg the Abbess.
And you, Eivor? You were after these conspirators from the moment you arrived?
Yes.
Yes, though I could not let it be known. This group can reach any person, permeate the walls of any city. Much like the worms of a spoiled apple, they would have eaten Jorvik from the inside out if we let them.
But you stopped that from happening. We owe you a debt of gratitude.
Oh ya jelas.
You can be sure Halfdan Jarl will hear of this.
If the
Mengaliansikan
threat
diri
is
lu dengan
gone,
gue.
then you have my gratitude as well.
Okay, thank you, King.
I'm alive today. And so are many others because of you.
Yes.
I'd like to name you an honorary High Reeve of Jorvik, Eivor. Would you accept?
Yes aja.
It has a nice sound to it. You honor me, Lord.
You have earned it.
Then if I may,
thank you.
a hoard of silver is left unaccounted for in the grottos beneath these streets.
That's right. Silver the Dockmaster was collecting.
Collecting, kasihlah ke rakyat.
What do you propose we do with it?
Propose. Fun Halfdan Sword. Halfdan Sword, janganlah. Give it to the merchants.
Hard-working merchants were robbed of their wares. Honor Yuletide by giving the silver back to the honest citizens of Jorvik.
A wise suggestion. I agree.
Fine. I will see to it that Hjord distributes the
Mau
silver
terima
even.
saran si Eivor juga deh si
Come,
si-
Faravid.
bijak
Help me
juga.
secure this hoard. I could use a bloody walk.
Yo, kasihlah duit ke pedagang-pedagang miskin.
We have a saying
yang
in
telah direbut
Jarnia.
haknya.
Only the dead get to complain.
And we're still living.
I could muster a few complaints about the king and the treasury.
Rania tuh diem-diem
I shall forbear.
diem anjing sama lu setiap ngomong
You did it.
Rian kita ngomong Rian tuh
We
Rania kayak
did. It may be we
kalau
were the
di-
recipe to
di
keep
Sims
Norway
tuh
from
tau nggak yang
Harald all
kalau
along.
di Sims 2 rumah bisa
We still
kebakaran
can
kalau
be.
kebanyakan barang.
No.
Itu Rania tingkat marah
Norway is
gitu.
behind me now,
Udah penuh udah.
and the rest of England ahead. That said, I must be
Kalau di
going.
Sims 2 kayak gitu. Bakar kalau kebanyakan barang. Iya.
Should you
Iya,
ever need
malah
us.
mikirin The Sims aja. Parah lu.
One last thing.
Gila nih anak.
The silver on your desk, Jord. It planted a seed of doubt in my mind, so I must know.
Untuk apa?
What is it for?
Untuk nikahin
I
Lupina.
suppose I can forgo the element of surprise. I hired a silversmith to craft a love token for Lufina.
Cie.
A Yuletide gift.
Gitu kan tamat kasih ya
You
gitu.
sneak.
Yeay, cipokan.
I'll
tuh.
take my leave before you shame the throne.
Ngeresim betul.
Until our paths cross again, old friend.
Yes.
In this world or the next.
Drop by Jorvik again. Please join us for an ale.
Oke.
I know of a place down the street.
Oke, yang penting ada skill tuh. Kita naikin skill dulu. Ini melee damage boleh nih. Order. Audun Ini Drake, cewek nih kayak itu kan, Drake wear black and woman walks in the union of the Raj. Jangan-jangan si siapa Aca itunya pakainya nggak kayak Aca pakai kerudungan. Ini udah naik. Oke, quest. Reporting to Jorvik, balik ke run B. Oh, berarti world. Oke. Kalau bapak lu mati, pengen jadi apa doi? Ya, kalau dengerin konten ini, kita memikirkan masa depan lo ya.
Yes, it's one more, and only because you all have such good taste.
Iya. Lo mau ini nggak curhat tentang Rian nggak di sini? Kalian didengar. Jadi gue punya sepupu guys, namanya Rania, dia punya abang namanya Rian.
I have purged the order of ancients from Jorvik with Juvina and Jort's aid. And should we ever need theirs, they will come.
You do this work well, Eivor.
Yes.
Is it a prelude to you joining the Hidden Ones?
I doubt it. Not enough glory in these back alley brawls.
Lah. Samping Jorvik ada kayak kafe kan? Itu place yang lain kali ya? Oke, nih udah. How about we lanjut ke
I want to see the.
Oke, coba kita lihat. Ini kan Finland. Glowwatches Tresire, ngomongnya sesama sih 220. Ini 250. Wah, ini dulu Irvikshire nih yang kayak
What awaits in Jorvikshire?
Halfdan Ragnarsson, conqueror of the North, sends his greeting. He wishes to meet with Eivor Wolfkist personally.
Halfdan Jarl. I have heard that man's name so often. I feel as though I know him already.
He is currently entangled in a war with the Picts of the Northern Hills. I suspect he wants your counsel, or your axe. If you are keen to meet him, he asks that you join him at his war camp. I have the location here.
Mungkin ya. Pledge. Oke, Irvikshire.
I'll go at once.
With caution, Eivor. Jorvikshire is currently at war with the Picts, a proud clan that lives just beyond the Roman wall.
Okay. Halfdan was last heard finding of Picts there. Okay. Sorry. Quest. Udah. Warren North. Coba kita aduh, belum ada begini. Terpaksa lewat Repton kali ya. Udah.
I should speak with Hytham.
Hytham. Belum. Speak with Hytham. Udah.
Here.
Aku udah jalan terus. Bisa. Penting semua ini guys.
Signs of battle. Hard fought on both sides.
Mokat dan bisa ada harta, kita maju dulu deh, ini dulu synchronize dulu biar gampang turun berasa di Norway gitu ya, di Norway salju begini padahal masih di England. Halfdan. Iya, sebentar. goblok. Sorry. Leading up the hill, nanti ada serigala. Aduh, keren apaan? Dogo.
Be my eyes.
Teman lagi ya. Udah bagus.
Everyone all right? Help the wounded. And get every man's name. We leave none behind. Well met, Eivor Ravenland. Now there's a face I've seen before.
Faravit. We met in Jorvik, the Yuletide feast.
The Yuletide massacre. I remember. What brings you here?
Halfdan Jarl. He summoned me. Is he near?
He was, but the Picts hit us hard. We were separated.
Fresh attack from the hills.
Oh, bang.
Watch your backs.
Picts. They won't be happy to see the likes of me.
Anjing. Salah hidup lu.
Odin, take you all.
Kan sebenarnya apa? Apa juga bisa kan ceritanya Viking aja. Anjing palanya hilang. Sorry. Bacok. Oke. Diven Faravit and his men.
Catch a show.
Dan mulai lagi. Gue anjing, madu panas sama gue. Anjing hilang lagi kepalanya. Faravit.
Are you wounded?
Bukan.
My men.
Ngebak. Oh.
If we die today,
Asik.
tonight we drink with Odin. Either way we claim victory.
Percaya Odin juga dia, Danish juga.
For Thor!
Anjing buat ambil begitu lagi. Belagu buat. Anjing keren. Makan burger lo berdua. Gua dikasih.
You owe me your life, old friend. Once again.
Guys, gue dapat burger guys.
Halfdan Regnason. We meet in the Forge of Battle.
Burger
Surely a
King
good
katanya,
sign.
Rajanya burger.
I don't know you.
Makan dulu ya.
One of Faroid's new dogs?
I am Eivor of the Raven clan.
Eivor, yes. Down in Mercia. Kingmaker with my brothers Ivar and Ubba. Finnir and Eastangir. From the tales I hear, I feared you might be taller.
That's not a fear you feel often, I imagine.
So you answered my summons. The timing is poor, as you can see. Too many here are spent, that's all. Thirsty. Faravik, have your men build field pyres for the dead.
At once, my Jarl.
Oh, Faravik bawahannya Halfdan. Udah diceritain sih di episode sebelumnya.
Not here, not now.
Kenapa? Udah curiga kali ada.
Then to Doncaster for a victory feast!
Apa dia bijak, nggak mau
The oldest son of Ragnar Lothbrok, so he says. What do you make of him?
Impressive.
Heroic display. He makes a powerful first impression.
Just the way he likes it. Welcome to Jorvikshire, friend.
Well met, Faravik. I was hoping your Jarl would be as welcoming, but I suppose I must earn his trust.
Is that why you've come here? To earn Halfdan's trust? To find a seat at his table?
I have my own table. What I want is a bond of friendship between the new lords of England.
Among whom you count yourself, I suppose?
It is an ally I seek, not a master.
Well, there is but one lord of Northumbria.
The sayings of Halfdan.
You heard the Jarl. Take the gear and start digging.
Sayings itu apa? Oke, Halfdan Ragnarsson. Halfdan. Di situ. Berarti harus naik kuda dong. Kuda di sini. Awas lu jatuh. Nyangkut guys.
The Roman giants outdid themselves with this fortress. Where would Halfdan Jarl hold court?
Kalau anaknya udah ipar, ngabdi ke King Jorvik kan. Jadi atas kita manjat dulu. Meet Halfdan. Oh atas.
Crush them in spring. No sooner. That is the plan.
Yet my people suffer day by day.
Your people? Do you rule a shadow kingdom under my nose?
Our people suffer from these brutal winter raids.
Sorry guys.
This war must end. That is my first concern. The time to strike
is when I say we strike. Halfdan's hammer protects this land. Tell my people that. King Grigorii.
Batu tapi orangnya.
As you wish, my lord.
My lord. King Grigorii, king for king tapi nurut sama Halfdan, my lord.
Who is this? Come closer.
Halfdan Ragnarsson. My sword arm answers your call.
Thank you for your tribute, Eivor Wolf-Kissed. Your battles and deeds are well known to me.
Oh jelas, gue mah jagoan.
And you are the hero of Jorvik. So sing my skalds.
Not just any hero. Eivor brought order to the city when King Grigorii could not.
They say you rooted out a gang of thieves and traitors.
Not alone, but I led the charge.
You gifted my silver to the carls and churls of Jorvik.
To men and women who needed it most.
A foolish choice. The coin never left King Rigorie's treasury.
I try never to regret the decisions I make in a time of war.
Oh, tadi kita
Agreed.
milih dua ya, satu.
To second guess ourselves would only stall the victory.
Apa? perangnya Halfdan.
I don't regret sending Faravid to lead our strike against the Picts, in spite of Eivor winning the day.
Eivor and I felled them, Halfdan Jarl, so you could sweep in, stab a few cold corpses, and claim a glorious victory.
Debat. Adalah Faravid lah ngajak berantem. Udah serius.
Your jests hit like Odin's spear, always on the mark.
I would not be here without your hammer, Great Jarl.
Oh, emang ngomongnya
Please
kasar.
accept this. Your share of the loot we won today.
A thing of beauty. Frankish, I believe. What do you think, Eivor?
What do I think? It's a good goblet.
A fine piece of work, fit for the lips of a king.
Or a man who makes kings. There's wisdom in this one, Faravid.
By your leave, Lord, I must return to my forward camp. It's a long, cold ride.
Two-faced, smirking glory hound.
My lord, in your summons you said...
Not here, not now. Dance, sing, and fill yourself with ale, then meet me atop this tower of stone.
Okay. Kita pesta dulu.
There we'll weave a tale of friendship and treachery. A tale as old as the world.
Okay, we're always speaking private. He mentioned a variety of space activities. Kita suruh jalanin.
Try your luck at throwing bones.
Hey. King. Ngobrol dulu, King. King, itu mau kemana, King? Gue ikutin nggak, King? Sini kan, King? Kasur, King. Itu udah sepi kan, King? Ada tanda loading itu mungkin kita bisa ngobrol. Woi, Bang, bisa ngobrol.
Ah, Eivor. Come, let me show you a wonder.
Dogo. Gak bisa di-pet? Dogo bisa di-pet? Oh, gile. Nice view.
All this. We conquered this.
Yeah, nice.
He and I. Together.
You've earned great fame, won many battles across England.
Not alone. No. Bjorn Ironside, fearless Uber, Ivar the Boneless, Sigurd Snake and I. Great warriors all. My brothers.
Gold is good and battle better, but glory never dies. Forever it lives in the Hall of Heroes, high on valor's steed.
Together we have conquered. Together with my friends, my clan. Faravid above all others. One sword is not an army, Eivor. Even a hero needs loyal friends. I have never lost sight of that. Never.
Have you room for one more among those you call friend?
What does friendship mean to you, Eivor?
Friendship mean to you? It is but a word.
Friendship goes beyond words. It is a solemn bond, a chain unbroken.
Spoken like the Volar, it is indeed a kind of magic.
You wriggle like an eel in a basket, Halfdan. What has caught you?
Kenapa Halfdan curcol-curcol sama emak sini? Yang menangos.
Friendship can also spoil, like rotten meat. After all these years, he dares to bite my hand.
Faravit. He seems a good and loyal man.
Seems, yes. As a bright sky in winter seems warm. But rumors fly of little men plotting treason in the dark.
Have you proof of his treachery?
Not yet. That is where you enter my saga. Prove this for me. Discover if Faravit has been disloyal. Then we shall talk of oaths.
Start me somewhere. Give me something to go on.
Give me something to go on. Apa scroll?
You see this? From a sea unicorn. I filter my mead and wine with it.
Okay.
I've heard of such beasts. They swim below the ice, beyond the world's edge.
And their horns protect against poison.
You believe Faravit wants to poison you?
I fear he has tried countless times and failed them all.
Why?
You don't believe me, but I know the man. His gifts of wine, his easy smile, his envy, his plots.
Curiga si Halfdan.
Learn the truth. Dig up.
Yeah.
Unearth his treason.
Why trust me with such a task?
Jorvik, you stopped the ill deeds of Audun and his swarm of rats. You can do the same here.
Like a good sword, Anna has two edges. I'll help you.
Faravit has left the feast already, heading for his camp upriver. Join his warband, and behind his back, dig.
And if I find nothing, if he's a good and loyal man,
Nah, gimana kalau nothing?
Even better, even better.
fair enough. I will find what I find, then return, my friend.
Okay.
Don't let Faravit fool
Wah,
you.
quest complete war
He
in the
is
north.
hiding something.
Iya, oke. Udah, berarti kita naikin level, tapi mungkin sampai sini dulu ya, karena kita pakai questnya yang selanjutnya kebanyakan lagi. Ini udah ada vertical search-nya sini.